Module 5, problem number 10. Use the given statistics to complete parts A and B. Assume the populations are normally distributed. A, test whether mu1 is greater than mu2 at the alpha equals 0.05 level of significance for the given sample data. Part B, we're going to construct a 90% confidence interval about mu1 minus mu2. So let's look part A. Identify the null and alternative hypotheses for the test. Well, they gave it to us right here where it says the mean 1 or mu1 is greater than mu2. So we already know that just like when we did hypothesis test for a single population, the null hypothesis is that the difference is equal to 0 or that the mu1 is equal to mu2. So we know that right off the bat, we're looking at either C, B, or E. And our alternative is that mean 1 is greater than mean 2. So that tells us C is the answer. Find the test statistic for the hypothesis test. So let's go to StatCrunch just because it's a little easier. I've already got it open over on this side. Remember, you just go to Question Help and StatCrunch. So here, as you can see, we have the summary data. We do not have the actual data set, just the summary statistics. So we're going to go to Stat, T-stats, because we're dealing with the population mean, to sample with summary. So we need to input our summary statistics. So our sample mean is 49.9. The standard deviation is 4.7. The sample size is 28. So for sample 2, our sample mean is 41.1. Standard deviation is 14.9. And the sample size is 15. As you see right here, we have hypothesis test is already checked. So it already inputs the null hypothesis as mean 1 equal to mean 2, or the difference is equal to 0. And our alternative is that it's greater than 0, or that mu1 is greater than mu2. Let's click compute. That gives us our test statistic and the p-value. So let's go over here. We need to round to 2 decimal places. That's going to give us 2.23. When we round up, check answered. Excellent. Determine the p-value. Again, we already have it from that last part. So round to 3 decimals. We have 0.021. All right. State the conclusion. Now, up here we know our alpha is 0.05. Our p-value is 0.02. 0.02 is less than 0.05. So we know that our p-value is less than alpha. That means that we reject the null hypothesis. Whenever we reject the null hypothesis, we're saying that there is sufficient evidence to support the alternative hypothesis. In this case, that's that mu1 is greater than mu2. So here, that option is A, reject the null hypothesis. There is sufficient evidence at the alpha equals 0.05 level of significance to conclude that mean 1 is greater than mean 2. Well done. All right, the 90% confidence interval. So you can go back to StatCrunch. You can either click Stat, T-stats, to sample, and with summary again, just like we did in the first part, and input everything again. The other option, if you're already done with this window, is just to go back and edit, which that way you have all your summary statistics already input for samples 1 and 2. And you can just go down and check confidence interval. We're doing a 90% confidence interval. Click compute. And there are your lower and upper limits. Here we're rounding to 3 decimal places. So we have 1.893 and 15.707. All right, fantastic. That is problem number 10 for Module 5. Let me know if you have any questions.